Hello everybody, Wolfpack here, and welcome to this week's SimRep. Today we are covering multiple games from Gunner Heat PC to Reentry. There's a lot of news to cover, so let's hop right into it. Today we are starting off with Gates of Hell Ostfront. The devs have released a dev blog overviewing their new and anticipated Finest Hour DLC. This DLC is going to cover the British Commonwealth's involvement in the Second World War, from Dunkirk to Operation Market Garden. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's going to be any North Africa content in this DLC, but I'm sure that will come eventually. The DLC will include numerous nations, including England, Canada, and Scotland. Additionally, Polish troops are going to be represented in the DLC, despite them not being in the British Commonwealth. They fought alongside Commonwealth forces routinely, so they are in. The developers also discussed new mocap animations and a higher standard for in-game cutscenes coming with this DLC. This is a campaign I absolutely intend to show on the channel, and I am very much looking forward to this DLC. It looks like they still aim to release this DLC later this year. Gunner Heat PC got a regular update earlier this week. This update includes one brand new mission called Support Strike. This mission puts you in command of a T-72 force overrunning a NATO position. A new ammunition type has also been added to the game, the Soviet 3BM9. This is an older APFSDS round that was designed to defeat the M60 tanks of that time period. It started to be fielded in the early to mid 1960s, to give you some context there. This round will appear in the campaign mode if the logistics situation becomes rather grim. I'm happy to see more ammunition types like this added into the game, as it will only flesh out the upcoming expanded campaign mode, which is my most anticipated feature for GHPC. The devs have stated that a lot of their regular updates are going to slow down a little bit as they are working on some of these really big features on the tail end of their roadmap, like the campaign and also multiplayer. In their latest stream though, they did show some pretty cool things that are coming to the game that are early in development, like the ability to knock down trees. Other features that are in this patch include some BMP1 improvements and new audio features. The T-55 also gets something called Podboy cladding, which is a polymer lining used to counteract neutron radiation. This particular cladding also had the added benefit of being a spall liner. So, although it probably isn't going to help you too much, every once in a while it may protect your crewmen. The amount of effort and work that has gone into the damage models for all of these tanks is incredibly impressive, and it's pretty cool to see Podboy added to the game. Boat Crew, a PT boat game that is published by Microprose and is quite fun, has announced some pretty neat news. Co-op is coming to the game. You and your friends will be able to control PT boats around Guadalcanal and take the fight to the IJN. The co-op game mode beta is coming soon to the game. I've played a bit of this game and it has a pretty nifty campaign feature, and it is quite fun. I've streamed it over on Twitch. The art style and the general feel of the game remind me of something similar to Bomber Crew. So if that sort of thing is up your alley, I would definitely recommend checking out Boat Crew. This game is something that's always been on my short list for a potential series in the future. Let me know what you think about that. Speaking of betas, the submarine simulation, Modern Naval Warfare, is entering closed beta. This game is published by Matrix Games, and the developers are Masswolf Bros. Modern Naval Warfare is aiming to be a spiritual successor to sorts of games like Dangerous Waters and Subcommand. In this sim, you are put in command of a Virginia-class submarine, and a wide array of systems are at your fingertips, from the pilot station to sonar and fire control. This has been one of my most anticipated games ever since I played a very, very early demo multiple years back. The news of a closed beta is very encouraging, and hopefully we will see an official announcement and release date here soon. Like I said, it's been so long since we have had a game of this caliber. Dangerous Waters and Subcommand are really the only games that are, kind of on this tier of fidelity. But what Modern Naval Warfare is doing certainly seems to be a step above of what we got with those older games. And Dangerous Waters was released in 2005. Unfortunately, it hasn't received the same level of modding support as something like Silent Hunter 3, so it is still stuck in that 4:3 aspect ratio, which is fine, but for YouTube videos, I wasn't sure if people would enjoy it. Regardless, we may do some Dangerous Waters or Subcommand here on the channel in anticipation for Modern Naval Warfare. I do have some fond memories of that game, and I've played it not too long ago, actually, with Tortuga Power and friends doing some multiplayer in Dangerous Waters. That's a ton of fun. Modern Naval Warfare itself is going to have multiplayer co-op, so you and your friends can operate different stations in a Virginia-class submarine operating in the South China Sea. I'm very much looking forward to it. It does look like an ambitious project. They do want to add more units in the future, and they do not want to limit it to submarines. Hence the Modern Naval Warfare name of the game. Regardless, keep this one on your scope. I'm hoping we see some more about this before the end of the year, and this is absolutely going to be a staple on the channel. I hope you folks like looking at waterfall displays, because we're going to be doing a lot of it. IL-2 Great Battles got a pretty awesome dev update a couple of days ago regarding IL-2 Flying Circus and the upcoming Zeppelin. They have announced that they are in the progress of finishing up some of the combat missions, which will have the player intercepting or defending the massive airship. Some of the screenshots also show the Zeppelin up in flames, which looks truly spectacular. It looks like they have really knocked it out of the park with this one, I think. Additionally, Ugra Media has touched up some of the areas of the Western Front map. 7 new major cities are being added, along with multiple new rail stations and many of the settlements. The way the development blog reads, it does seem like this patch is right around the corner, so we have that to look forward to. Additionally, the devs have stated that a big announcement is coming soon for IL-2 Korea. I suspect this announcement will be some sort of release date. Previously, the devs have stated they aim for IL-2 Korea to be released this winter in 2025. I am skeptical if that is going to happen, but we shall see. I do hope it comes sooner than later. I am excited to get my hands on it. The modding scene for Sea Power is really something to behold. Tons of new mods are being added to the game daily, it seems. One that really caught my eye this week, though, is the Finnish Navy mod. This mod adds the Helsinki-class missile boat and aims to add more content in the future. Additionally, a companion mod that has also been released adds Finnish voices, which is just fantastic. Personally, I love hearing the voices of the represented nations in the game. One of the Sea Power developers, Ian, who makes a lot of the missions, actually commented on one of my videos, stating that official voice line support is coming for various nations in the game. So I am very excited about that. Regardless, I really want to make a mission with these Finnish assets, hunting submarines in the Baltic or something. Sounds like a lot of fun. Our last story for today is covering Reentry. If this is a game not on your radar, then it absolutely should be. It is a space flight simulator, similar to Orbiter if you played that way back in the day. This space sim, though, covers the early days of American spaceflight, from Project Mercury and Gemini to the Apollo program. It's incredibly detailed and pretty easy to get the hang of, as they have a rather robust checklist feature. This is a sim I've played off and on throughout the years, and the devs have announced that they are launching into 1.0. Quite the accomplishment. In addition to this, the developers have also announced that they intend to release a Space Shuttle DLC. If they add the Space Shuttle, I will absolutely be all over that. The Space Shuttle was routinely conducting flights when I was growing up, and I always remember watching it on the news. So I am very much looking forward to that. The 1.0 launch will be coming November 7th, 2025, so right around the corner. Mark your calendars down for that. And check out Reentry if you haven't already. The dev is incredibly passionate and dedicated. Well, folks, that is going to do it for today's SimRep. I do hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and comment, as it really does help out the channel. Have you guys tried Reentry or Boat Crew? Let me know down below. Personally, I am excited to hop back into Reentry after all this time. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This is Wolfpack345 signing off, and I'll see you all on the next one.